nobody, cause they ain't nobody. I say I'm the best cause ain't nobody got me. Running through the crowd like they ain't nobody. Who better than wrestling opponents? Flexing and focus, I'm leaving them all looking stressing and folding. How am I hopping? I'm dressing the coldest, impressing the suckers that said I was bogus. I gave them a second, it's over. Lifting the weight that they put on my shoulders. Now I'm the champion, they wanna be homies, but I don't have friends when I was at my lowest. And now I'm the greatest, brushing off haters. Call me the GOAT cause there ain't no debating. I'm winning, I'm acing, I'm sitting at first. Man, I'm a beast, it's a gift and a curse. Tell them I'm cursed, hungry as ever. Better be ready, I'm fighting forever. Tell me who's better, tell me who got me. I don't see nobody. There ain't no challenges, no one can stop me. Get wrecked if you wanna be cocky. I'm the best, ain't nobody can top me. Where the haters don't see nobody. I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody who's stepping to me. I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody who can tussle with the beast. I don't see nobody, cause there ain't nobody. I say I'm the best cause ain't nobody got me. Running through the crowd like there ain't nobody. Who's better than me? I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody who's stepping to me. I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody who can tussle with the beast. I don't see nobody, cause there ain't nobody. I say I'm the best cause ain't nobody got me. Running through the crowd like there ain't nobody. Who's better than me?
Yo, what it do, everybody, man? I forgot I put my mic on mute, though. I don't know why. But yo, what's good? Once again, man, we live here on YouTube, man, Facebook and Twitch. Yo, this is a special edition of the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Yes, man, happy Friday, man. I hope everybody enjoyed their Friday. It's been a wonderful Friday. But yo, appreciate everyone tuning in that's about to tune in, that's watching on Facebook. Definitely hit the like button, follow the 11:30 podcast on Facebook. If you're tuning in on YouTube, definitely do me a huge favor. Like it, leave a comment, share it, and don't forget to follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. And also, man, definitely make sure you subscribe, man. For real, it's going to be definitely a good show. Also, man, we live on Twitch, so definitely you guys, man, if you're watching on Twitch, follow the 11:30 podcast, man, and definitely hit the link in the bio. Head over to YouTube and definitely support the stream over there, man. For real. Yo, man, this is it's a kind of like a new one for me though. Live on a Friday night. Man, wrestling was off the chain this whole week. Wrestling just been off the chain in general. I apologize, everybody. I just finished eating some spicy Doritos, man. So I'm trying to sort of get my mouth together. But I got something to drink though. I'm all good. Hope everybody out there is all good and well, man. But yo, this is a special edition of Talk Pro Wrestling, man. Live reactions, review, highlights, man, of Friday Night SmackDown that literally just went off the air not too long ago, man. And I'm gonna talk about it. Definitely talk about it. My son in the background, you probably hear him talking about it too. He loves Seth Rollins. I always talk about it. So he definitely got Seth Rollins on the TV out there, definitely talking about burn it down. But you guys, like I said, what a SmackDown it was, man. We definitely gonna be giving some review and highlights of tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. The whole night, man, it was anticipation for me because next week, sort of what LA Knight was saying, because it sounded like he fumbled the promo in a way, what he was saying, and he was like, I know where I'm at tonight, and he said something about Nation's Capital, and I think it lost the fans there a little bit in Orlando. It was like, hold on, wait a minute, I think that's next week, bro. He getting a little bit too ahead of himself though. But man, like I said, the anticipation is brewing. Next week, SmackDown is definitely in Washington D.C. I'm gonna be taking my little man, man. He's 2, and man, like I said, he knows everybody from Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes. I mean, all the guys, man. So, and his favorite, like I just mentioned, is Seth Rollins. So, I don't know if Seth Rollins is going to be there. I don't think he is, but all of the other guys that he really enjoy watching definitely going to be there. So, SmackDown tonight, definitely off the chain. Let's go over it, man, and let's talk about it, man. We kicked off the night, you guys, in Orlando, Florida, a sold out crowd for SmackDown. Indeed, it was awesome. But the first segment of the night, we had a celebration, man. We did not get the celebration that we were sort of looking for in a way a couple of weeks ago when Nia Jax recently won the Queen of the Ring. And not only that, not only winning the Queen of the Ring, but more importantly, winning the WWE Women's Championship. Now that she's the WWE Women's Champion, and I know a lot of people, man, they feel a lot of ways about Nia Jax, man. I love her, and I'm loving this whole drama, this whole story that they trying to tell between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton, and a behind the scenes story a little bit that Nia and sort of Tiffany shared with fans that they just went over. I believe what tour it was. I think it was Japan. I think it was Japan, and it was Tiffany Stratton's first time. And Nia Jax wanted to make sure she got around well and all that great stuff. So she just was like, "Hey, you my new buddy now, and I'm riding with you." And on TV, coming across TV, these two ladies have definitely seemed like they are, they cool together. They got some chemistry going on. But however, Tiffany Stratton won. Yes, she won the Money in the Bank contract back at Money in the Bank in early July, which she can cash in for a women's championship opportunity at any time. And we all know that the WWE Women's Champion right now is Nia Jax, man. And I love the story that they telling between the two, even during the whole celebration where Nia Jax asked Tiffany Stratton to bow down to her. I was like, okay, I'm all for it. I mean, Tiffany Stratton is definitely going to be a future women's champion, no doubt about it, man. Like, no freaking doubt about it. She's going to be a future women's world champion in the future. It's all going to be great for her. But for Nia Jax to definitely be her rivalry and sort of the reason and how Tiffany Stratton makes it up the ladder in WWE. I think it's really awesome though. But Nia Jax gave Tiffany Stratton a new briefcase, man. It looked like a person in a way though. So I mean, that's pretty cool. It's unique. We never seen that before. We seen different briefcases though, but the fact that she got a different one, and that's pretty cool. I'm all digging it for real. I really am. But the whole celebration was really cool, and I'm not. I know I'm not the only one, but am I the only one who really want to see Pretty Deadly the musical? I mean, why is these guys not fighting for the WWE Tag Team Championships, man? Like, I mean, like, no disrespect to the tag team division, to what they have and what they presenting at the moment right now, but I feel like DIY. I mean, excuse me, not DIY, but Pretty Deadly. Man, just been. I mean, obviously they had an injury, and one of the members of the tag team were out of action for some time. But now that they back, man, I feel like they gotta place them in the right story, right moment, right time, and I think they just really take off, man. But really big fans of Pretty Deadly. They kind of they had to grow on me. I ain't gonna say they really have grown on me. Even from back in the NXT UK days, man, I was just like, who is these guys? And then when they came over to NXT, they first night they became the NXT Tag Team Champions. So I was like, yo, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. So definitely Pretty Deadly, man, is definitely on my list, and I think they won me over. But however, man, the whole Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax, I think is brewing pretty well, man. I could be the only one, but I feel like the title needed to come off Bailey, man. Bailey was an awesome heel before she became babyface. Before it just seemed like it just happened organically for Bailey, but at the moment, like it just needed to come off Bailey. Bailey wasn't. I don't know what it was. I said it. I kind of like do know what it was, but it's my speculation. Everybody else's story from Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan to everybody. Yeah, and hell, even Roxanne Perez and NXT. Everybody's story was so much intriguing and better than what the women's championship over here on SmackDown was doing when Bailey had the title. But now Nia Jackson, now the story with Tiffany Stratton, I think it makes a very compelling story. They can tell it's mid-August, and I feel like we're gonna definitely get Tiffany Stratton cashing in the Money in the Bank somewhere near the fall, close to the end of the year. And I think that'll be a great, great rivalry between the two. And like I said, man, Tiffany Stratton is definitely a future women's champion without a doubt. I think a lot of people want to see her go against Charlotte, just like a lot of people wanted to see Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill go one on one or still go one on one, but they're in the tag team right now. But I digress, man. Yo, it is definitely was a way to definitely kick off SmackDown with the Queen of the Ring and Miss Money in the Bank, man. For real. Definitely cool though. But yeah, when these ladies definitely get sick and tired of one another, I definitely see it being Nia Jax. I mean, she's the ultimate heel in this. Everybody got a bone to pick with Nia Jax, whether she's too ruthless or reckless or she's just careless or whatever the case is. Everybody got a bone to pick with Nia Jax, man, and they don't really like her, but I love her. And I definitely love Tiffany Stratton. I think Tiffany even won me over. I believe it was, if not early this year, late last year, when Tiffany Stratton was taking on Becky Lynch in NXT and had them, incredible matches. I believe it was at a NXT TV show, and I think one of them was at No Mercy. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's definitely when she, definitely won me over though. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a story that they can tell, and that is going to be very interesting to come between the two, man, for real. Definitely. All right, you guys, man. Another thing we seen on SmackDown, the first opening matchup, man. We seen him, Carmelo Hayes taking on Andrade, man. Now, if you would have asked me about Andrade a couple of months ago, actually, I would have been like, okay, I guess maybe. But Andrade, man, like I believe he is the current WWE Speed Champion, if I'm not mistaken, which is is phenomenal for what it's worth. But I definitely been loving this Carmelo Hayes and Andrade back and forth, especially giving Andrade, and not only Andrade but Carmelo Hayes, something to sink their teeth in. These guys, I mean, obviously want to get some gold around their waist, which, I just mentioned Andrade being the WWE Speed Champion. But man, these guys need to put on a freaking best of seven, and they need to kill it. Like, real out. Like, it reminds me of, in a way. Now, I know these two guys that I'm about to mention, man, they hit hard and they go hard as a mud in the ring. But Sheamus, and it reminds me of Sheamus and Cesaro. Sheamus and Cesaro, man, they went to war. They beat each other ass. They didn't like each other. They was like, "Yo, man, we just, let's just fight. Let's just fight." And they fought it out. And then they became tag team, tag team champions. A whole tag team. They became the Bar. And I'm not saying that for Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, but I mean, like, damn though, like I'm loving the back and forth. Andrade 2, Carmelo Hayes 1, and let's run it back, man. Let's run it back, and the winner because next week in DC, which I was gonna get to in a moment, but I guess I already said, uh, LA Knight, yeah, is going to defend his United States Championship against Santos Escobar. Live from the nation's capital, right here in Washington D.C. Yeah, so that's gonna be amazing, man, for real. But yeah, I say best of seven, man. Let these guys run it back, run it back, run it back, and a best of seven, man. And whoever wins gets the shot at LA Knight for the United States Championship. I think that is a really, really brilliant idea to let these guys, go to work, man. Just let they actions, work for themselves. Because, I mean, first Andrade, I mean, unless he's speaking in his own language, I mean, the promos, I'm not the best, but you can get through it. Sort of like what Shinsuke Nakamura was doing. Speaking in his own language and stuff, and had the words on the screen. That was all right. That was definitely all right though. But yeah, definitely let these guys go to war, man. I'm rooting for a best of seven between Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. Andrade is right now is the speed champion. I don't know how long they're gonna keep the belt on him or have him do that. I say Carmelo Hayes, he win it, whatever the score is, between the two, whether it's 4-3 or whatever the case is or whatever like that. Carmelo Hayes take on LA Knight for the United States Championship down the line, man. For real. Definitely a killer matchup, to say the least, though. And while I'm talking about killer matches, man, another killer matchup. It was a banger. The Street Profits. They took on DIY and a number one contenders matchup to Jacob Fatu and Tamaloa, actually Tamatanga, excuse me, WWE Tag Team Championships next week, live right here in DC on Friday Night SmackDown, which that's going to be a banger, all the way. The Street Profits, man. I mean, we kind of saw, them attempt to, make the Street Profits into, heels, I guess, with Bobby Lashley, but it just didn't work. And I think the reason why it didn't work in a way, it didn't seem like it was so much effort into making it work or whatever. Um, it was just like these guys, okay, let's just put them together. Let's just put these guys together and let's see what they do. And they didn't give them no name. It was like they just it wasn't consistent or anything. And then the fans just started cheering for him again. So Bobby Lashley is gone, obviously MVP, but the Street Profits is here, man. And I know there've been some things going around on social media with Montez Ford. He's right now in the WWE Speed Tournament or going for the Speed Championship, something like that. So, speculation on, and there's been a lot of speculation for over a long time of having Montez Ford go on this incredible singles run. Me personally, after the show WW Love and WWE that came up on Hulu, and one I think thing they were trying to point out in a way was when Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins would get around each other more or not, they Montez would be talking about trying to break away from the group and do his solo thing and stuff like that. So I thought maybe they could have dive into that, but I don't know, but we all waiting for Montez to definitely break out the Street Profits. We seen what he got, and I think Angelo Dawkins, man, let's not discredit him. He's a real badass too. He really improved a whole lot from being in the Street Profits, because when the Street Profits originally, was created, it was all eyes for real, for real. Let's be honest, was really on Montez Ford. You know, Angelo Dawkins was in the prior tag teams where was in NXT. I believe it was mainly NXT before the whole thing with Montez and the Street Profits thing stuck. So I hope the best for Montez Ford. And also Angelo Dawkins, like I said, not to discredit them, but yes, killer matchup. It was on tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown Well, those guys went to war, man, for real. In Orlando, Florida, NXT stomping ground. Uh, so next week in here, I said in here, in DC, it will be the Street Profits taking on Jacob Fatu, which we actually see him at the closing of Friday Night SmackDown. We see them had a boot on, so hey, we got him, we got him back. Because it was a very scary situation at SummerSlam. They just put the tag team titles on him and Tonga the night before, so it was like Jacob Fatu big debut was very anticipated, and everybody was like, "Oh man, like this whole new bloodline didn't really start getting spicy until Jacob came in." So we were very concerned about Jacob, but man. Whew. So yeah, next week, Jacob Fatu, the new bloodline, basically taking on the Street Profits, and my prediction, in a way, well, before I say that, I got LA Knight being Escobar, obviously, but my prediction for the tag team title match after what took place at the end tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown, where we did see, and I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it, where we did see Jacob Fatu come out, man. He came out and he was ready to kick some ass, man. He's like, fuck it. I know I got the boot on, but I'm gonna get my thing done for real, man. Like this new bloodline, man. I'm digging it, man. I mean, like it been really something cool. You thought, man, they couldn't get any better after the whole Roman Reigns thing, and now this. But yeah, man, like Jacob Fatu back coming out to close Friday Night SmackDown to take out, taking out Roman Reigns and stuff, man. I I'm loving every direction it's going in, but at the end of the show, obviously, a lot of people were chatting, Usos, chatting other little stuff like, "Hey, yo, where's Jimmy? Where's Jay?" I mean, throughout this whole bloodline thing, Jay has been over on Monday Night Raw living his best life, trying to either holler at Rhea Ripley or, try to win a singles gold that he can't win. I hate to say it. I really do. I really hate to say it though, but I mean, like, Jay has been one of those guys who just checked every single box, man, of a WWE superstar, merchandise, being over. I mean, his in ring, work ain't the best though, but the guy is over, man. When you seen the crowds every time he come out, even the crowd we saw in Leon, France, man, if that wasn't validation, man, like I don't know what is though. But even the stuff he did in the bloodline, man. But um, yeah, just want to know what's next for uh Jey Uso. But Roman Reigns, man, coming out there looking strong as well. This is the second week he didn't grab a mic, and I think a lot of people want to hear him speak. We want to hear him speak. We want to hear him say something. But I don't know, man. I don't know if he's gonna get the opportunity to speak or to say something. He got the I forgot what they call, but he got the tribal chief, little jump back around his neck, and he felt like he was normal. He took a deep breath. He was like, I'm not the same without it. I'm not the same without it. And it feels like he's not the same without it. It feels more this Roman Reigns right here is the big dog. Someone else said it, but it's like the big dog mixed with the tribal chief a little bit. And it's not more of one or the other. It's like it's down the middle. It's 50, it's half and half, like a lemonade and like a lemonade and iced tea, man, for real. That's what it's reminding me of, man. It's giving me big dog tribal chief vibes and stuff. But we haven't seen Roman Reigns, man, get beat down and put through a table, just by multiple men and a long time and some time. So it's very, very different to say the least, man. Very different to say the least of what's going on between the whole new bloodline. But yes, man, Roman Reigns, I feel like that's why I was going with this. Because I start talking about the Street Profits and how they, been doing their thing and what's new with them. I feel like the Street Profits, man. I don't know, but I feel like they may win because they're not 100%. They're not 100% certain on Jacob Fatu right now on his foot. and whatever the injury could be. And I think also, I mean, Tama Law, shit, I mean, this dude, he didn't know how to hold the daggone tag team championships last week. And I believe, what was it? Whatever that pay per view was, what was it? Money in the Bank or something when he tried to low blow somebody. I ain't know. I was like, okay. But no offense though. But yeah, I feel like Roman Reigns is definitely, since Jacob Fatu is supposed to be teaming with, Tama Tonga, I feel like Roman Reigns is definitely going to cost them the tag team titles next week on SmackDown, especially after they put them through the table. If not Roman Reigns, somebody. That's totally my prediction for the tag team title match. Obviously, Nia Jax will be going over on Misha. But yeah, man, that was that for that, man. But yeah, them was two classic matches. Andrade and Carmelo Hayes taking on Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, and then the other match, the Street Profits in DIY. All right, you guys, man. We also seen Naomi versus Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport came up, in the draft, which I believe right now doesn't matter, doesn't mean anything. I mean, I think, they had an excuse to, have Randy Orton on Monday Night Raw to run this whole angle back between Gunther and Orton. It's kind of cool how they did it, but you know, let's be honest. We also seen A Town Down on Monday Night Raw, I believe what was last week, so it really don't mean nothing. But like I said, we've seen her come up in the draft. We haven't seen too much from her though, but we're gonna have to wait and see what really comes from Blair Davenport, man. But Naomi, man, I think Naomi, ever since she returned, it just haven't. I don't know what is it, man, but I feel like she could have been a really, she could have been positioned as a really top women's um threat, man, in the women's division. She came back to WWE. Everybody knew she was over there in TNA. They knew she was doing it. She became the Knockouts champion. All that great stuff, man. She was in the Royal Rumble. I believe when she in. When was that? She was in the Royal Rumble. Yeah, she returned at the Royal Rumble, but a couple of weeks prior, she was just competing. I believe it was Hard to Kill, TNA Hard to Kill. So it was like ever since she returned, man, she had matches with Tiffany Stratton. She did her thing with trying to help out Bailey and all that other stuff, but it just seemed like it just haven't went anywhere. And I want to see that, that vicious Naomi, man, that we seen somewhat in TNA, being the knockouts champion and everything she did. But same thing with Bailey, man. Bailey, I mean, she won the Royal Rumble, she won the championship at WrestleMania, but other than that, besides probably getting called BBL Bailey, she ain't really done nothing. And Naomi is the same thing. Same thing. I can say the same thing in a way for Bianca and Jade, because ever since they lost the tag team titles, it just haven't been hitting though. But we'll see where all this leads at, man. But definitely want Naomi to climb back up the ladder and do something in WWE, man, for real. You got women like Liv Morgan who's taking advantage of the opportunities that she be given in the storyline that she's in. So really awesome. Really, really awesome, man. Also, man, we seen Kevin Owens go up against Grayson Waller. Cool matchup. Kevin Owens just want to fight, keep on fighting. But I want to see something different from Kevin Owens, man. We seen the Kevin Owens. I remember the Kevin Owens that debuted in NXT. And I think Grayson Waller, I think he was like, "Yo, man, I want to." I think he said that, but I heard Kevin Owens was like, "Yeah, you want the old, you want the old Kevin Owens or something like that." And he was popping up. He hit the pop up power bomb on the apron and all that other stuff. But yeah, man, I want something big for KO, man. The last thing I remember KO is winning the Universal Championship, and it didn't end great, but. We need something besides just fight a KO fight. But I understand fight, fight, fight. But dog, let's do something new for real, man. And this whole thing that he got with Cody Rhodes. Now I respect the way sort of how the Gunther and Randy Orton one came about, But the way this one sort of just came about, it was just like, okay, well, Cody just said, you know what, I'm going to go after KO. And KO like, man, you know what? I don't deserve it. And so much other people deserve it. Like, who's going to, you know, knock down a championship opportunity? And I'm probably KO like, shit, you know what? I don't deserve it because I'm not gonna win. So I mean, like, give it to somebody else. But I mean, like this thing right here, I can see somewhere, maybe next week, maybe the week after that or something. Uh, that Kevin Owens turn his back on Cody Rhodes to, get this matchup going on. But yeah, man, it just feels a little bit weird. It just seems also a little bit forced in a way too. That was just like, I'm choosing KO. KO, like, man, shit, I don't want it. I don't want this shit not at all, bro. But yeah, man, real weird, real weird. Uh, it's a lot of Cody Rhodes. I ain't gonna say crybabies, but haters out there. I know Kevin Nash is definitely one of them, man. It don't seem like he can stand Cody Rhodes. He can't stand him though. But however, man, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes. Hopefully that looks to be great whenever it goes down and whenever it happens. Actually, it's going to be happening at the Bash at Berlin, so that's going to be dope right there, man. For real, definitely dope. SmackDown was off the chain, man. Definitely off the chain tonight. I believe the highlight of the night had to been, in my opinion, and I'm just going to have to go with this. I mean, it was two classic matches with a number one contender tag team matchup between DIY and the Street Profits, and of course, Carmelo Hayes taking on Andrade. But I think the highlight of the night, I think it was Nia Jax asking Tiffany Stratton to bow down to her. Now, a lot of people probably be like, really? That's the highlight of the night? Not Roman Reigns coming out there? No, no, it really wasn't. Because for real, that was the same old shit, that they did last week. It was just some extra shit. Jacob Fatu came, down. That was it. They just beat up Roman Reigns again, in a way. But, however, this week he was left, beat down, put him through a table and all that, though. But I think the highlight of the night for SmackDown had to been yeah, Nia Jax celebration where Tiffany Stratton threw the whole celebration for Nia Jax, and Nia Jax said, she need Tiffany Stratton to bow down. Like, hold up, wait a minute, Shawty. Like, I'm the one who got all this together for you, because it don't seem like anybody in the back was trying to throw a celebration for you. Because I care about you. You gave me a new briefcase and all that other stuff. So, I think that is a very intriguing story to really keep your eye on down the road, however it comes about. So, but like I mentioned, definitely Tiffany Stratton is a future women's champion. But next week, man, next week on Friday Night SmackDown is going down live from Washington D.C. I had to get a ticket. I had to get a ticket, man, because it was like for the last 2 weeks, I've been calling down there, and they said they were sold out. They were sold out. Actually, they only had the fourth level available. They only had the fourth level available, and I was like, man, for real? This about to be my son first. I don't want to be all the way up there, man. We have to. And then I called back again. It was like, okay, they got some opens available. But then the lady, put me on hold and was like, okay, well, sorry, those tickets are, taken. And I was like, oh, okay. So got an opportunity to call back one last time or another time. Got through, got some tickets. So yeah, we're gonna be attending SmackDown next week live from DC. So here in DC, that's gonna be fun, man. I know he always talking about, all his favorite wrestlers, and that's gonna be real fun. Definitely fun. All right, you guys, man. Before I wrap it on out of here, man, I'm doing my SmackDown review and highlights and more. And more, I want to talk about Karrion Kross, actually the Final Testament. The Final Testament right now is actually feuding with or working with the New Day. working with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, now along with Odyssey Jones. Now we got the Final Testament has been a very, very, very badass group, in my opinion, since the return of AOP. And you got, everything about the group, man, is just really badass. Now, is it? I believe Bully Ray was talking about this too as well on Busted Open. I'm a big fan of the show, but because after I believe what was it this week on Monday Night Raw? I believe it was this week. I'm not 100% sure, but this is the time to pull the trigger or pull the plug on the Final Testament. I feel like at this point, the Final Testament has been going on for about maybe 2 to 3, 4 months or so. And I feel like AOP should definitely be tag team champions. Definitely should be tag team champions. And I mean, Braun Breaker is definitely like the man over on Monday Night Raw, whipping through people and all that. And he's your Intercontinental champion. But I feel like, everybody doesn't need a championship, but at the same time, a good story can really take you. And yes, I do like the story that they are going with or that they are telling with Karrion Kross trying to get Xavier Woods out of the New Day because ain't really nothing been new about the New Day in a long time, probably since Big E, left or got injured or whatever like that. But however, man, Kofi Kingston, he won the WWE Championship. I believe that was at WrestleMania 34. He accomplished stuff. Being United States Intercontinental Tag Team Champion, all that great stuff, man. Made big moments in the Royal Rumble. Big E, man. I mean, like, what you say bad about Big E? Everybody knew when you saw Big E back in was it 2013 when he was Dolph Ziggler heavy and he was accidentally hitting AJ Lee in the mouth or the shoulder. He was like, man, that dude gonna be something right there, man, for real. But the New Day came about. Three guys, man, three black guys as it is, man. And we all, we ain't gonna, that's another conversation for another podcast or for another episode. But we all know there wasn't too many opportunities for, African American superstars. And these guys, man, did they damnness and got the New Day over from hosting WrestleMania, becoming one of the greatest tag team champions in WWE history. Now, since Big E is no longer in action. There been rumors back and forth whether Big E could be medically cleared to wrestle again, or whether he just may just relax. Just hey, look here, I'm just gonna enjoy early retirement or something like that. And of course, Kofi Kingston has definitely been killing it in WWE for a long time, since his earliest days, been from Jamaican man and to now being, a part of the New Day for a long time. So, you know, Big E, Big E and Kofi Kingston, a very, very well established tag team. Very, very established tag team, and established singles competitors and everything. But Xavier Woods, man, the most Xavier done is won the King of the Ring. And this was, before King of the Ring was even taken seriously. Now, Gunther and Nia Jax got it real good this year. They won the King of the Ring. You get the championship opportunity. Now, when Xavier won the King of the Ring, all he got was a destroyed crown. That was about it. He didn't get no championship opportunity. I believe he got an Intercontinental Championship opportunity, but of course he did not win. So I mean, it haven't been nothing new about the New Day at all. And we all seen the whole deflection where Xavier Woods is pulling back a little bit. He's showing some deflection because now Kofi invited Odyssey Jones up here as if Odyssey Jones is going to take Big E's spot. Now, nobody's going to replace Big E, but Odyssey Jones is a big mud, like shut your mouth. He is a big guy, which, big fan of Odyssey Jones, especially in his early days at NXT. He's been one of the last guys who were in the draft. Has been making the reemergence on TV. So, man, h- how do you guys feel about this whole story with the Final Testament and also the New Day? And also, do you feel like the Final Testament should just either, you know, pull the plug on it, or just they need to do something with it? Because I'm intrigued with the storyline that Karen Cross has with Xavier. But not only that, I want to see these guys, man, get something. Especially Karrion Cross. He's a badass, man. Killer Cross, badass. AOP, badass. Like everybody is a badass in the group, and they could be a dominant faction on Monday Night Raw. I mean, I don't know what's up with Imperium right now. I just know we got Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. Giovanni Vici is going to be on SmackDown. Obviously, the Judgment Day is, they got a new Judgment Day. So, I think the Final Testament would definitely be something to run wild on Monday nights, man. Definitely run wild on Monday nights. Another thing, real fast, man, before I wrap it up on out of here. Um, Bronson Reed, I talked about it last episode I did. Bronson Reed definitely is the man right now. He took out Seth Rollins last week, and this past week took out R-Truth, R-Truth. But yeah, Bronson Reed definitely, pushing up the ladder. I'm loving this whole build up that they're doing with Bronson Reed and everything. And I think everything, man, is just really going well, man. Really, really going well. Before this whole WWE Netflix deal, I think that is going to be amazing. And the restrictions and everything, the everything will be off. The handcuffs will definitely be off. I guess he ain't getting his way right now, so he happy crying. But yeah, the restrictions would definitely be off when WWE hits Netflix in the beginning of the new year. So man, oh man, what a time to definitely be alive right now, man. Definitely be alive. Right now, I'll keep looking over right now. I'm actually checking out AEW Rampage, and I'm not too sure if it's this Rampage, but I heard about the Top Flight new gear or whatnot, or new stable. So I was trying to check that out. But wrestling was on, so that's on. That's definitely on. But you guys, man, I would definitely be giving you guys a live reaction from the Capital One Arena next week on SmackDown, giving my review and everything that went down like that. Before I came on here, man, I said I won't stay long, but I definitely appreciate everyone who definitely tuned in to the show. For real, everybody who's watching on YouTube, please do me a huge favor. Like the video. Definitely smash the like button. Definitely hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Definitely. And tell a friend about the 11:30 podcast as well on Twitch and Facebook. But yeah, you guys, man, I want to see more from the Final Testament. I think Braun Breaker is definitely killing it. Everything going well, man, in WWE. Also, next weekend, it's not only just WWE and DC. We're also going to be doing AEW All In predictions, man. Of course, you got MJF taking on Will Ospreay. Um, you got Tony Storm taking on Mariah May. That whole story has been interesting. You got the TBS champion with Mercedes Monet going up against shit. Don't even tell me. Mercedes Monet is going up against Britt Baker. You got Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, or Jack Perry rather than Jungle Boy, but Jack Perry taking on Darby Allin in the casket match. Uh, swear. Oh yeah, here you go, right here. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. And you know what? Like I don't know if Leo Rush is their manager or whatnot. But I mean, like, I don't know, and I'm not a wrestler or whatever, but I'm like, damn, it took them, a minute to, get it together. Because if they top flight, why not, come out there with, flight attendant, uniforms on or whatever, trying to put the whole gimmick over. But it's pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. I definitely forgot. Swerve Strickland, he will be taking on Daniel Bryan, title versus career. That is DB. I feel like that's his last match in AEW, and he's going to eventually go back to WWE somewhere down the line, though. Yeah, man, some great matches. I don't even have all the matches right here down below, but I know it's some really, really great matches all together. Oh wow. Maximum male models, man. When they call the maximum male models or something like that. Wow. Okay. And they kept the gimmick. They call MXM collection. Oh wow, okay. Mm. All right, man. Definitely, definitely. What a time to be alive in wrestling, man. Just some very interesting stuff going on. Very interesting stuff. Definitely Impact, man. Impact Wrestling TNA was definitely off the chain this week, man. What else? What did we see, man? I can't think of my guy name right now, but I know he's in Chase U. Um he's one of like the new guys in Chase U. He won his triple threat matchup. He's going to Emergence to get a championship matchup for the X Division Championship. A bunch of stuff happening, man. I think this has been one successful partnership with WWE and TNA, man, because we all seen that stuff. What was it, 2021, 2022 ish? I believe it was 2021, where we seen AEW had that relationship with TNA, and that didn't go anywhere. That was horrible in a way, but yeah, man. I want to see more of these TNA guys come over. And we've seen a lot of guys from WWE, whether it's, Blair Davenport, um, Tatum Paxley, whether we seen guys from No Quarter Catch Crew, um, you know, uh, a couple of people, man. A couple of people definitely come over uh, from NXT to compete in TNA. TNA last night was definitely great. The matchup, I believe it was between Moose and Santana. I believe I'm getting that wrong though. I feel like I am though. But yeah, man, really great show. Just wrestling all around, man. It's a it was a post that goes out, and I want to ask you guys. You guys can comment down below. What day you guys take your break from wrestling? And of course, I'm gonna watch my Monday Night Raw Tuesday this past week. I didn't really catch it. I normally do because NXT, man. I love Miss Parker, uh Jada Parker. Uh what's my girl name? I can't even think of my girl name right now. Um oh my goodness, why is it doing to me like this? Last Legend, Lola Vice, like, oh my goodness, some real baddies over there in NXT. AEW, man, like I said, AEW, I love what they got going on. I'll always probably be a fan because I was at the first show that was live here in Washington, D.C. It was the atmosphere was different. It was exciting. You just knew you wasn't at a WWE. I knew I wasn't at a WWE event. I was just like, whatever this is, man, keep this going on. Like, keep it going on. But of course, the momentum has definitely, died down a little bit. All right. Man, in the wrong button. All right. I feel like AEW, man, definitely be putting on great matches, man. Of course, the story, they I guess they get to the story soon, but definitely they put on killer matches each and every show they got, man. So I definitely get at the AEW. But definitely want to see more story. But if you definitely want to see some good wrestling, AEW is the place, I believe. Okay, I'm gone. This dude just hit him with his butt though and stuck his butt out. Like he was like, "Do you want more?" Yo, all right, man. All right, you guys. No episode tomorrow, you guys. So this is the episode for this week. Normally I do it on Saturdays, but I got a little man. He's just turned 2 and he's all over the place right now. So I know I'm not gonna be able to get it done at 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon or whatever. So definitely thought I'd stop in, man. I appreciate everyone tuning in with me tonight after SmackDown. If you're watching on Facebook, definitely hit the like button, man, on the 1130 Podcast Facebook page. Please, appreciate it a lot. Share it. Tell a friend about it. If you're definitely tuning in on YouTube, you guys, please hit the like button down below. Smash the like button. Definitely subscribe to the 1130 Podcast. Got dope content, wrestling content each and every week. The commission, we talk our wrestling. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, as well as the 1130 podcast show that will return, you guys. that will return you guys at the end of next month. So September next month, September. So really, really great guests, man. I appreciate everyone. We 200 episodes strong with the 11:30 podcast show and beyond 11:30 episode 6 next Thursday. Definitely, man. The crew be always vibing in, chopping it up on beyond 11:30, man. For real. Now, like I said, wrestling content each and every week. Everyone who's watching on YouTube, man, definitely do me a huge favor, hit the subscribe button, as well as on Twitch, man. We also live on Twitch. But you guys, this has been another great one, another excited episode. I'm about to roll on out of here, man. I appreciate everyone. Shout out to my guy Brian B, man. He had me on his show this past week. We were definitely chopping it up, having fun, getting to know me, all that great stuff. So definitely go support my guy, Brian B of the Beeline Entertainment LLC. Those guys do straight through the ropes each and every Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. So definitely go check them out, man. It was awesome conversation. Definitely awesome conversation. I love talking wrestling, man. I could talk wrestling for hours, man. But it's getting a little late, and I'm not about to go to bed. You guys ain't gotta go, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. But nah, man, for real, I'm about to go enjoy the rest of the night, man, the evening. And yo, man, everyone, for real, definitely subscribe, like, comment, follow the 11:30 podcast on Instagram at the 11:30 podcast _ follow the 11:30 podcast on TikTok, Facebook, X at the 11:30 podcast. I appreciate everyone once again, man, for real. But you guys, man, until next time, I'm about to head on out of here. You guys, man, stay safe, stay blessed, give all the glory to God, man. Won't he do it? Yo, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. You guys, man, yo, stay safe, man. Hit the like button down below, for real. Hit the like button. It ain't going to hit the like button, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. You ain't going to hit the like button? Damn. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Appreciate it, guys, man. Until next time, I'm out, man. Peace.